Nisweng pa sakantikon Meghalaya News 24 channel onaram chaksoa. Tani ko borang de. Meghalaya ni skurong minister konat kesangmani skrubar salo aganani getade. Sorkari Meghalayan H ni bidungo manderangna magrakatani ko na kamrangko kagen ne agananga ha. Wanagi skurong minister ni jenmana uyatani getade. Wa dengtang district aro blok ko donggapa CM Elevate baksana fokus ni beneficiary rang baksa virtual geta Shillong songjun mao agan ngrkani ko dakang ha ne uyata ha. Ye intervention ko dakna geta East Khasi Hills mamula ni social entrepreneur didiang ha. Dakyong ingon uni aganani geta de Meghalayan H ni bidungo geologist rang agasa kemukchin agan ngrkani ko dakinga aro yan manderangna skira na nanggaba bong ne agananga ha. Wasan oi gijas kurung minister ni uyatani geta de CM Elevate scheme dengtang bank rang baksaba loan ni bidungo bak tongpagapongwa aro CM Elevate sotsni percent gemuk-gemang project na dakchakani ko bo ninga ni agananga ha.
Aro da o ana simang ni group ni kamrang ko knayangan amin kusiyo ha. Focus program ko start kanin sumani yan chun dengtang anchini kami ki itsa apa nuktang rang na ba group rang na government side ni mamung daksakani nang bongja simskawa. Unigaman arbak bata sini kami kita kapan utangrang tangkape serang ko sumai kita aru daksakani nang ko sumai kita maknude namen benefit rang ko makna. Unigaman dalu ya sungani utska bak jauh ba sini group rang na member hisabe per member singa 5,000 rupees utska dalu ratinga aru dengtaman sad au ya somaini gisepo singa crore sini ko singa tangga peserang ko release ka atso total achini Meghalaya gembako 1000 kolgruk group rang PG group rang doma ya 1000 kolgruk group poni singa dalo 4000 ba chokmota 3800 exact number 1000 githam chat group rang na number trangapa group rang na jerangan tangga peserang ko na me jakalachum group ni ar group ni member rang ni namgni na jirangan tangkap peserang ko cakalacem ya napa group rang na tsinga dalo ba siemeng select ka emeng tsinga ya dal sandi gisepo approach isni ko tsinga focus ni tangkap peserang ko na simang ni group ni account group ni member rang ni kri tsinga dalo tangkap peserang ko tsinga release ka tinga aro anga sakanchi ko mobolas ka jkai ri angapa somairang ko na simang ya tangkap peserang ko na me cakalacem Mukang siba na simang gisip nangi kam ka angkubo government ya focus program ko mukang siba continue ka angkugen aro focusan ongja dengtang program nang through singana simang na taksagan nang kugen uniga mananga namin kusyo ka ansini abitang ko banga aro group ni member sa kansikon ya nang biga pa kamrang ko ka anina sangsatay na simang ko banga gisakat to namang changatena
Wasan oigija CM Elevate program ni ngo hajalgni kolgurgtamni September ja o sak hajalgni rchagtam chukung manderang tangga paisani gita dakchakani koba manna ha. Dr. Vijay Kumar IAS Commissioner and Secretary ni uyatani gita de yo project rangna gemuk-gemang tangga crore rchasasni ko nanga ha aru yano sotok percent ko de sorkari na ha aru bakpangki ko de bank rang na ha ni agananga ha. Yo focus program dengtang mancha gamigi ichagpa manderangna tangga paisani gita dakchakpa onga aro yani aselan banga gamigi ichagpa manderang radowani koba manninga ha.
Because it's an ongoing process because see we also have to see the absorptive capacity because if we create so many we are also going a little slowly but whoever is kind of has the capability to run these kind of businesses. Departments are doing the evaluation, like for example, veterinary. So veterinary department is doing the evaluation. We have about 16,000 or 18,000 veterinary applications. So they have given us the first tranche of 1,500, the best applications they have selected. Similarly, in sericulture department is doing the evaluation. For agri vehicles, agriculture department. So it's a scheme where all departments participate and they do the evaluation. It's an ongoing process. So more will come. Yeah. So we don't have a fixed target. So what we are doing is we are going, because it's a bank linked scheme, So we want to do as many as possible. So maybe another 1,000, maybe another 1,500, but also depends on the banks, because there's a process, because we want to link people to the banks so that they become also self-sufficient, right? Because if we link through this process, then slowly next time, they can go directly to the bank and, get support. There are many bank linked schemes also. So because it's the process takes time, we don't have a fixed number in mind, but we will do many more.
One lagi ya program ko an matang sumayo, Skurong Minister Kunat Ki Sangma Baksana, Agriculture Minister Dr. M. Amprin Lingdo, Aro Animal Husbandry Minister A.L. Hek Ba Bakrang Paha, Aro Ye Sumayo, Focus Scheme Aro CM Elevate Program ni beneficiary rang na check rang ko ba swalang aha. Cabinet meeting ko Skrubar Salong atani jaman, MDA ni spokesperson Dr. M. Amprin Lingdo ni uyatani gitade, Sorkari adoko Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act ko kam kana manigaman uyataha. Wandagi Dr. Lingdo, yes kangaba changna, MRSSA ni nung ni roksani na kam kana manigaman jana pangaha.
We just completed a cabinet today, and I've been authorized to address the press. 2 items were taken up. One item was the operationalization of the MRSSA. A scheme had to be instituted by the government, wherein we will make the entire MRSSA procedure functional. So this scheme entails the provision under finance for DCs to avail budgetary allocations so that work and monitoring of the MRSSA begins at the earliest. So that was done, and it was decided that we will have a revolving fund of a minimum of 2 lakhs per district. In districts where there would be a requirement for a bigger budget because of bigger numbers of authorities like the darbars and others who are anyways entailed to help with the monitoring of visitors. So that is the first item that was taken up.
Wasanong agija, Cabinet ni aganani gitade, University of Science and Technology Meghalaya, ti kong abiapo ti kong ikam kana manjani bidingo bajana pe, yarangko nirok na nangani gaman aganangaha.
Second item was the USTM. Cabinet was pleased to decide that we will not be able to allow the USTM to function without a proper act in place, because we are mandated as a state government to monitor allocations of seats, fees of courses, and we have therefore decided that Cabinet will again sit after the Health Department brings forward its plan for the act, and on Wednesday we are scheduled to meet again with the Honorable Chief Minister and the Cabinet, where we will again brief you for more information on this matter.
Government Constituted Committee, Jekon Tourism ni Director Cyril Diengdo daktelengacham, wa Tourist Taxi Association ko wamangni nangnakani ko aro sanchipaan ko seon sinamot molani ko dakangaha. Wandagi Diengdo, thome chanchirumani jaman khobor athumgaparang na aganani gitade, wa Tourist Taxi Association ko committee niya siagata janapchina molani ko dakaha ni parakataha. Wasanong agija wa yase janapani ko nani jaman committee ni pilta e ni kamarang ko ba kagen ni aganangaha.
So I already briefed the press. We had a good meeting. There was a second meeting of the committee headed by the Director of Tourism. So all the tourist taxi associations participated, including the AMTTA. And it was a fruitful discussion where, they gave various suggestions, including the suggestion that some of them require capacity building so that we improve the service given by the tourist taxi associations to the different customers that come, the tourists who come. The other suggestion that came out was that the government come up with an app where the details of these tourist taxi associations, the recognized ones, including the details of all the drivers who are members of these associations, including their routes that they take, can be listed on this app so that tourists who come to the state of Meghalaya can go to a Meghalaya Tourism government app and get all these details, and that will help our taxi drivers to, to publicize their services and also enhance the capacity so that better services are given to tourists who visit the state of Meghalaya. So these are the suggestions that were made. In fact, we have told all the associations who participated today that please give their suggestions in writing Because as you are aware, one of the mandates of the committee is to consult all tourism stakeholders, because tourism is a sector that affects many stakeholders, including, localities, especially in tourist spots. We know that in our state, tourist spots are managed by the communities themselves, by the Dorbar Shnong or by the societies that run these tourist spots. So I told them very clearly, please give your suggestions in writing, whatever suggestions you have, whatever you are expecting the committee to recommend to the state government. And once these suggestions come, we will have further consultations with those stakeholders who may be affected by these suggestions. So they're happy, they're willing to give these suggestions in writing. I told them to give immediately, whenever ready, these suggestions in writing to the committee.
Dalni kuborang di yarangsan, kuborang ni gaban nambate winas kinchmode, Meghalaya News 24.com onikon inagta mangen, sakantikon ni sohanina matela.